Testing. All right. All right. And I'm gonna turn this off quickly. Turn that off quickly. All right. We go ahead and just send off the links and whatnot. So I'm a bit late. All right, by about an hour or so. Maybe streaming for a little bit longer, honestly. I want this to be a chill stream, honestly, because I have to be back in the groove, basically. Basically. But let's see here. I yeah, it's been one hell of a goddamn month for me. God, one hell of a month filled with lots of fun. One hell of a month. All right, yeah, audio's good, I think, or at least the mic's good. It's been one hell of a fucking month. All right, uh, you know, hospital, other stuff, but we're good now. I think we're finally good now, relatively speaking. Uh, but yeah, let's see here. I need to go and send off the shameless plugs to all the place where I post those shameless plugs. All right. Hold on. So for now, let me just go ahead and do this. We're gonna try and start this like normal. All right. And I have a little bit of a surprise on the way. Not much of a big surprise, but just a surprise. Let's go ahead and just do this quickly, just like normal. Little bass guy, what's up? How's it going, man? Trying to stay alive. There. Just trying to back in the groove. Feels like I've been streaming so damn long. I mean, I haven't, but like, I don't know. God. Let me just where is that one soundtrack that he's listened to? Yeah, fuck. Let's just go for Streamlabs music this time. Back to the basics. Yeah, yeah. Oh, actually, I'll break into that honestly. Do the whole call it a jumbotron and everything else, but essentially, I was in the hospital for 5 days, and what started all that was literally, I'm not joking with you, a Subway sandwich. All right, my pancreas got inflamed to a level where I had to go to the hospital. Basically, that's the that's the rundown of the story. Basically, the the outcome of the story though, or the outcome of the hospital, was I having to get my gallbladder removed, which is a good thing and a bad thing, of course. I can't digest like high fatty foods at the same time. Why would I want to eat all that fatty food, right? Make myself feel shitty, even if I had the gallbladder, right? It's like curse, it's a blessing, but at the end of the day, you know, I got betrayed by the one and only, and not the one only. I got betrayed by a sandwich, basically. Uh, it was like no other betrayal. The best part is too, is everyone knows me for like being 3D sandwich basically because like on my social medias, right? I always post like my and not just my brand, right? But like the like 3D sandwiches basically. Sandwich, I think. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I would be surprised if this happens to more people. But you know, let's see here. Effective. So many tracks. Let's go for the low sound. All right, so one of the things that I am kind of it's kind of funny because like I was in the hospital, right? I'm ordering a bunch of stuff on Amazon, right? We don't need this light anymore, all right? Because we have our very. Let me make sure the light actually works. We have our very own on spotlight now. No, it's good. Let's go ahead and turn that down quickly. Basically, we have ourselves a bigger light. All right, cool. What am I working on today? So basically, I am working on a monster, but also I don't want to work on that weapon shop. Honestly, maybe pull up weapon shop just for sake of you know showing it off, I guess. But yeah, got ourselves a new light. Working on some more monsters and whatnot. Also, we have a new character we're working on called Jamela Schubert. She's supposed to be this warrior type, basically. Let's see here. Yeah. Then later, we will focus up on. Let's see here. Let it load. Stork Frost Scepter. I almost have the hair pieces done. That'll be cool. And I think I am ready to bring one of my human characters the to the final stage, basically. Last time we did that for a monster. Now we're doing it for a human character. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. For our scene, we have this map right here. So I want to make an door. Let me see here. Nice. I'm guessing you're gonna be using a Blender, or do you have access to like Maya or ZBrush? Let's see here. But yeah, it's cool. Getting into modeling too, even if you're going back into it, it's like, yeah. Here's the thing, right? Okay, yeah, I pay for ZBrush, right? But I actually have a trick for getting Maya for free, and I don't think they can even resolve it themselves. Autodesk can resolve it themselves, honestly, because here's the thing: on a Autodesk account, if you delete that account, all information on a free trial is therefore gone, right? So you make a new account with the same email, then you can basically apply for a new free trial. Now it takes 50 days for an account to fully delete. So what do you do? You go off and get yourself two accounts because there's two versions of Maya. So one account is just 60 days free of Maya. After that 60 days, you delete that account. You go on to the next account. You use Maya for 60 days. By that point of those two Mayas being finished, the trial's right. You just go on the other account, right? You make a new account. You just keep the cycle going, basically. That's what I've been doing since December of like 2022. It's fucking cheap, right? But look, this I mean the how much is the trial for the original Maya? It's like $200 from a month, and the other Maya Creative is like $1 a day, basically. Like, no, unless someone is like paying me to use Maya, or paying me and is also paying Maya so I can use Maya. But sure, I'll get Maya. But there are loopholes. But yeah. Let's see here. So this guy right here, Chicken Man in a way. So let's see here. If you notice, I'm making this guy piece by piece, basically. Some people will take a spear, right, and just beat it down to shape. Me, I am trying to go for some specific ass details, basically. Details that I don't think I could replicate easily or well enough with a spear, basically. I see a lot of people always like going for like binding like shapes onto other shapes, basically, which could work. However, for this guy, I don't think it's gonna work on this guy. But yeah, my reference and whatnot. All right, so this is the eye, right? And then this is like the cheek, basically. Best part about a monster, right, compared to a human, right, is like you really don't have to make the monster, we call it, make as much sense as you would a human, basically. So like, I could completely make this an abomination and be like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. That's exactly how it's supposed to look. Which, by the way, this character right here, this guy, his name is going to be the Ghoulish Leech. And the idea is that he's a ghoul wrapped in leeches, basically, but this one is more of a grunt in a way. By that, I mean, this man here he ain't well. Because the leeches aren't exactly his friend. What the hell is this music? Hold on. Piano. Alright. But yeah. Turn that down. Let me test this out quickly. Alright. Making sure that everything is working, basically. Oh shit, I need to turn off the that goal. I'm trying to keep everything on my stream thing like less crowded, basically. Beforehand, I had like the follower goal thing up, but kind of I just kind of like steered away from that because I just thought it was just too just another thing on the screen, basically. But yeah, let's see here. Oh, there we go. But yeah, this is supposed to be a starved ghoul covered in leeches, basically. And essentially, some people will probably think that, hey, don't you already have a ghoulish leech? And the truth is, I do. Can't fit for a minimum. Yeah, I could do that honestly. Actually, yeah. Chat is really tiny compared to that. Let's see here. Undo that. Good work. Oh, let me see here. What the hell is that number? Okay. That should be 50. Save. Cancel. Okay. Edits. Cool. Alright. I like that. But yeah, so basically, I already have a Ghoulish Leech, one might say. Which, is supposed to be... Let me pull him out. Supposed to be... Once this guy loads up, he'll be this guy. Hide this. Cocoon thingy. Supposed to be this guy, basically. Right? However, he got messed up. Alright? Not like messed up as in the character model, but I mean like he got messed up like he got messed up basically. And light a mesh. Like basically, if you know me, if you have seen my other models and whatnot, if whatever, like one thing I always do or like to do for my game or like for my creations, right, is I don't like making singular things. Basically, I like making variants. Not variants as in like other alternate world type of bullshit. Basically, I mean like variants as in like it's a same monster, but like it may have gone through some time. It may have been around longer. The conditions may be worsened, you know? So, like, this monster is, like, level 1, right? Eventually, I'm gonna have a giant, like, 6-foot leech wrapped around his body, whatnot. Make him blind, but make him much more heavier to deal with, basically. That's gonna be level 2. Level 3 is gonna be, well, basically it's gonna be Venom. Or the ghoulish leech is basically gone. Or the leech is gone, or the ghoul is gone, and it's just all leeches, basically. It's gonna be very hard to look at, in a way. Or maybe not, I don't know. I say hard to look at, right? But, you know, it's got, like, character depth to it, you know? But, yeah. For all my monsters, right, I'm going to make variants of, basically. So, that branch monster we worked on a while ago, honestly. Let's see here. So, the branch guy we worked on about a month ago, I'd say. Like, his main wood type is going to be oak, basically. I'll show off the branch monster as well. His main wood type is going to be oak. However, there's going to be variants of him in different wood styles, basically. Primarily birch and mahogany. The reason why those two types in particular is because certain wood types burn easier or burn harder or longer, basically. And you know, those variants will dictate about which monster and how hard your fight's going to be with them. Because, you know, elements in the fucking in nature. And also, give the game flavor. Give the game flavor to be able to just be different, you know? I'm tired of those games where, you know, you find a new area, you look so cool and whatnot, it's all badass, maybe even uh a whole new village, right? But it's the same monsters. It's like, if it's the same monsters, right? If it's not the same monsters, right? Usually it's either a different color of the monster, basically, not necessarily an entirely different being, basically. That, or I mean, usually in most games, I think nowadays, like it would just be a whole model change, basically, to the model, basically, or a whole new monster. But like, you know, it's like I feel like a mob is only as interesting as its lore, basically. And I'm not expecting people to go in here and just look up, you know, all about ghoulish leeches, right? But if they explore the world long enough, they'll be able to see that, hey, in certain parts of this game or the world, there are more prominent and more in places where ghoulish leeches pop up, right? Which is going to be swamps, by the way. Swamp areas, right? Because leeches. And some of them will be around for a long time and end up looking like this guy. In some places with a branch, you know, if you go to like a birch forest, right, you'll find branch monsters which have the wood type of birch. And birch trees usually have that sticky, wet sap in the bark and whatnot, you know? That's like, I can't remember what it was called, basically, but, you know, essentially it is, I call it, basically, it is more brittle, basically. Birch wood. Has, liquids inside of it, basically, meaning that it would, and the liquids in there is, like, thick and sticky, basically. And therefore, right, if you were to stab it, right, it would pour out some of that liquid. And here's the deal. On. Make sure that I am doing this alright. Here's the problem with the on birch tree sap, alright? That you get from birch trees, right? Now it's safe to consume, of course, because it has minerals, everything else, right? I mean, you can go online and look it up. It's perfectly consumable, basically. However, right, birch tree sap is just like the rest of the tree. It is flammable. It is something that if you were to get on your skin, your avatar or your character skin, right, it would cause some issues when it comes to fire damage. So when fighting a birch tree monster, right, keep your distance because you might get doused in the sap and set ablaze. But if it's an oak tree, you're fine. He's just a lot harder to kill, a lot more tougher, slower but tougher. Mahogany, birch trees, or birch branches, they're a lot more brittle, but they're faster. Because they grow faster. But yeah. But yeah, single-handedly making the logic in the world fits a perfect narrative that does exist. I feel like, I'm not expecting everyone to know those facts, right? Because they're because they're gonna figure it out sooner or later, right? They're gonna figure it out when they get doused in the birch sap. What happens when they get doused in the birch sap? But I feel like adding in those like real life scenario or not real life scenarios, those real life details, right? It's kind of it's what will make this game a little bit more memorable. But yeah. Also, I feel like every good game has to do some like research on how to make the game look more realized. It's kind of like what was it? Pokemon. Actually, let me do this quickly. Whoops, not that. One second, real quickly. I'm just taking medicine, basically. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Taking medicine. The reason why I have that stuff, or I have the screen up whenever I take medicine, is because like Discord and the rules and whatnot. I ain't trying to like accidentally fucking take some pills or whatnot. I mean, it's medication pills prescribed to me. But fucking disc or stream or Twitch would be like, nah, it's narcotics. you know, this guy's a drug addict, and he's televising it online. No, going downstairs. All right. But yeah, this man's a fucking phone. No, it's good. But yeah. But yeah, I feel like a game that can give the player some sort of resemblance. I feel like a game that can give some sort of resemblance to the player of what real life is like, or what something could happen in real life, makes the game memorable, right? Or makes the it just adds a little bit extra spark to that game. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and take an inch and go for a mile here. Basically, I'm gonna be taking this here mask and doing that. All right, so go ahead and do this quickly. So, all right, reset size up one notch. All right. All right. Go and do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this ruler in the back here. I already know what size this guy is going to be. right. Let's go and do this. Mask. Right. So basically, this is going to be one of those leeches that are like digging into the skin, basically. But yeah. Which, by the way, alright, there's going to be like variants of every monster, by the way, that I have to make, basically. So it's not like I'm making like one monster and all of a sudden that's it, you know? It's not like that's the end of that monster. Remember working on the monster again, right? We're going to make variants of that monster, basically. And I'm not going to go as, I mean, except for the branch, right? The branch is going to be a simple texture swap, right? But for a lot of these monsters, right, it's going to be as, not as simple. It's going to be a, let's see here. It's going to be a clear, just a whole different monster altogether, basically. Essentially. But yeah. A whole different breed, essentially. And I can't wait for it, honestly. Because, you know, it's like, I like making monsters, of course. So eventually, if I'm able to like just make whatever I want flawlessly, because eventually, you know, I mean, there's going to be, I plan to like salvage and like, take advantage of like all that I made, basically, and just kind of like use them as like starting pieces to make new things or not. So eventually, could be a thing. But yeah. Welcome back, Lil Bass. Or Lil Bass. Whatever. Let's see here. Gonna go ahead and increase that. These right here are going to be leeches and whatnot, while this right here, oops, this spaghetti monster right here, this is the branch's arm, basically. But yeah, let's go and do this real quickly. But yeah, if I end up, I mean, after a while, basically, if I end up pretty much of monsters that I can salvage pieces off of, basically, I wouldn't be opposed to, like, starting to combine certain monster pieces together, basically, you know? I think that would be interesting. But yeah, for every monster that we make, I am going to be making at least a couple variants of, basically. Primarily to change, essentially, well, everything, basically. Meaning variant monsters will have new abilities, new stats, you know, whatever it takes to make them more unique, basically. Because, you know, knowing the fact that any monster you play or you fight can be different would mean that future updates could involve that monster becoming either really good. Actually, I mean, shit. There's one thing too, and I guess this might go into the type theme of this game, but like, you're gonna be able to play as the characters or not, right? So to have variants of that character I think that would give people the benefit of the doubt that at some point a character can be bad and a character can be good. But the whole idea in general, when it comes to, playing as a character in this game, is that each character will, of course, have their own playstyle. They'll have their own techniques, their own abilities, their own thing that you have to get used to master that character and to use them effectively. Or else there is no skill in the game, basically. If there's one character that can be played expertly well, then that means in the coming months when people main that character, it's going to be a nightmare to deal with compared to other characters, basically. It's like called I don't know. I don't give a shit what the hell people play as, honestly, but like, I want to give people at least the ability to look at the characters right and just kind of like be interested in trying to master more than one. You know, feel like going for variants. It may not accomplish that, but in some cases it might. Let's see here. So we have these leeches now. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and increase the size of those leeches. Because I think to best show off what this guy is and what he does, his whole gimmick, the leeches need to be a little bit bigger. Because the leeches essentially have, on this character here, have taken over. And now they are basically grafted into the avatar, basically. Like, he is not well. There. Extrude. Gonna go ahead and give up the substance panner for the ability to have a better latency. I know we're not having latency issues right now, but just to make it a little bit more controlled. But yeah, or lag, I suppose, whatever. All right, let's see here. This on no traction. We want some traction on this guy. Right. Let's go ahead and connect the midpoints. There. Oops. Fuck it. Do that. And let's go right there with that. Very much see this being a nice place to place a leech. Alright, so the whole idea is we need to like have this wrap around. Alright, so yeah. Let me go ahead and just tear off a here. Whoops, not that. Just tear off a face and just make the silhouette of the head, basically. That way we know our borders and we know what we're trying to go for, basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and just move this thing. Alright. The fuck? Hold on. Move this right there. Right there. There. Okay. Let's go ahead and just find this up here. All right. I've been thinking, honestly. So, like, I've been trying to get back into the groove of streaming and whatnot. Because I haven't been, like, I've been gone for, like 5 days, right? And, call it, it's to a case, right? Where it's like, I've been gone for 5 days, not streaming, not just streaming, right? But, like, from just my main form of, like, what I do basically in life, you know? And been going back to that pretty fucking easily, right? But like streaming, of course, right? That is a whole other thing, you know? Like, let's see here. Like your streaming battery, I'm gonna call it. Your stream battery of like how long you can reasonably stay on a stream, basically. Whether it's an hour, 2 hours, three, right? Everyone has one who streams. And one thing I've been trying to do is regrow that battery of mine because, good God, I thought I was going to stream right out of the hospital. All right, next day get on stream, back to work. You know, good God, I crashed, like mentally crashed again. I was not ready. But yeah, I've been trying to like coast myself basically. I've been trying to like do like practice streams on like Discord, right? Instead of like streaming online and trying to regain that social battery or that battery of like streaming, right? But trying to like stream or live stream, well, screen share in Discord, my Discord channels or my the places where I usually hang out more often, whatnot, just to regain that feeling of being watched in a way, you know? Not the feeling of like, oh, we call it of like, you know, call it people watching in silence, you know? Of me, it basically it was like training of me trying to be energized and relaxed and be able to manage myself in a 3 hour session basically. Cause I realized, I realized before that when you stop streaming and whatnot, your energy for streaming on stream goes right down. Not that you're not motivated to do so, but you know it takes more out of you to do it basically after you stop streaming. Unless you know unless you've been doing this for years, I guess, and you go back at it like that, you know, ever so instantly. But me, I'm different, I guess. But yeah, it was one of those deals where had to get back into the groove of things, or else shit wasn't gonna happen. Hold on. All right. I think I'll work on one half of the head, then I'll work on the other half of the head, basically. So I need to figure out what the wraparound for the head is going to be. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I remember one time, and I'm not sure how the hell I did it. Like, it wasn't intentional, all right? But I think my longest stream is about 8 hours or so. I know there's people who do like 24-hour streams for some reason. God, I can only imagine. That'd be one hell of a fucking that'd be hell. But yeah, I want to try and go back to that. I want to try and go back to that basically, where if I wanted to, I could just straight up be here for 8 hours, right? Like I used to basically. So I'm gonna go do stream. Use this stream. Stream for hours and hours, but I don't think it's nice. Yeah, I can see how it could take a toll on someone's mental health and whatnot. I mean, there's a time in the beginning, all right, when I there's a reason why I stream at 3:30 PST specifically, all right? So, in the beginning of my streaming stuff in like in May, right? For a solid week, I streamed the same time for 3 hours every day for an entire week. Next week, pick a different time, stream for uh, 7 days at that specific time for 3 hours basically, right? I remember it was I started off at 12 p.m. right, streamed till about 3. Monday, just the entire week basically, right? Next week it would be about 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The entire every day for the entire week. The next week it was 6 to 9, and I did that because I wanted to see where would I be comfortable streaming, and which times would I would most likely get some traction, right? And 3:30 usually was the time. 3:30 to 6:30 was usually the time where people would flood in, basically. It makes sense because I live on the East Coast, right? And a lot of my viewers, I guess, are going to be, well, I mean, according to my charts or my stream analytics, right? A lot of people are coming from the United States. No surprising, because English. And we call it I realize, right, that from the Pacific Coast to the to Florida, right? It is a 3 hour time delay, right? Or at least a 3 hour time delay. It's like it decreases the more you go back into this side of the United States. And what do you call it? So I realized that hey, if I stream at 3:30, then I'm basically accounting for everyone's potential, like, we call it like drive home in a way. Like when I stream, it would be the time people would either be at home, awake, or driving home from work. But yeah. But yeah, I know how it feels, honestly. To stream 7 days a week for 3 weeks. Maybe not. Maybe what mean. Of course, it wasn't as long as what you probably did, but like, I definitely know the feeling. But yeah, that was absolutely the funnest week of my life. Weeks of my life. Yeah. It was definitely interesting, basically. Let's see here. Go for upwards. All right. Let's go ahead and do one of these. But yeah. I remember back then when I used to stream in like 2022 and whatnot, it wasn't a long stream, alright? Or a long streaming, I wasn't streaming for long, basically. We call it, I remember I tried to do my first 24-hour stream, basically. I tried to do it. I got halfway through, and before I gave up, I stopped, and then I never streamed again until, like, May. Like, that shit literally burnt my ass out for, like, a whole 2 years. That shit was insane. God. Oh, so there's no point of doing a 24-hour stream. I realized at the time, right? I realized at that time there really is no point to doing a 24-hour stream if you're a small streamer. You know? There really is no fucking point. Also, you know, when it comes to streaming and whatnot, you know, when it comes to streaming like a lot, you know, I think what I've learned on this platform for the last 3 months, even I mean I wouldn't call that like basically I'm just going off of what I've learned so far. Like we call it it's like streaming less is a little bit better for your algorithm in a way, you know, because like oh, you definitely want to stream. You want to stream like a good like 3-4 days out of the week, right? You know, minimum, right? But streaming for an extra amount of days, it can work. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm saying that it, first of all, you have to figure out you have to figure out what you're gonna talk about for those days, right? You have to get the momentum going on those days. And if you don't, what matters is streaming consistently. People. Exactly. That's what I'm saying basically. Because if you stream like multiple days throughout the week, right? It's like yeah. Oh yeah, almost every post on that I post on social media, I always like post that promo, you know, times the you know, you know, but yeah, I feel like it called if you stream multiple days, right, it can work, right, but if it's random, then it ain't gonna work as well, right? Imagine your favorite TV show or episodic series came out at different times, right? It would just be bullshit basically. And you'd wait for the entire series to come out before you watch the whole thing, right? No. But you know, be a pain in the ass. But also, I think if you stream for multiple, let's say you're streaming like several times a day for 7 days, right? Not like, you know, we're gonna keep going for 8 hours a day, right? But like, random times throughout the week, right? Not only is there a chance for something in life to happen to mess up those days, right? To mess up those streams, but you also fall into that inconsistency. But most importantly, you have a higher likelihood of something coming along and ruining your schedule, right? Like if I stream, let's say I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the entire weekend, right? There is a lot of holes there. There's a lot of potential for something to happen in life that can mess up that schedule. I could end up in the hospital, for let's just say, for example, right? And mess up what would be in the scenario Monday, Wednesday, and Friday's stream. And so if you stream for a longer period of time, and not that you can't like call it a call it a not that you can't like predict life, of course, but like to have everything kind of like sprawled out, I could see how it could like negatively hurt your channel because you can't just like stream on a date that you don't normally stream because no one's expecting you on that day, and it's too late for them to expect you on that day. Of course, too late, you know. But yeah, I don't know. For my stream though, I keep it simple, right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday through 3 PST. It's always what's gonna be. It's always how it's been. All right. 3:30 p.m. PST. Those 3 days every week. If there is a time you can hope to expect me, that is it. Also, and yeah, I also post that in a lot of places. Honestly, I think I'm starting to like think I post those promos of my channel like almost way too much in a way. Because like every single post, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm in the hospital. Yeah, I'm recovering. I'll get back to what I was doing soon. Here's a promo for my Twitch. It just feels weird to me. But yeah. But yeah. I was trying to make my promos fun in a way, you know? Instead of just having it be just a blatant, check out my channel sort of deal. I do have, like, hints as to what this game is through those promos. But yeah. By the way, I mean, this game is supposed to be a secret. So, the theme type genre platform will never be revealed by my words, at least intentionally. And I kind of want to preference this too. I know this is going to be talking about the platform of the game, but I want to emphasize this, alright? Because some people are like, oh, it's for... The platform is obvious. It's going to be like a... Yeah. People think, oh, the platform would be so easy, you know? It's just working on a 3D title or a 3D game, right? It's 3D. It's going to be a game, right? It's going to be a... Yeah, it's going to be a game, of course, right? But, when you think 3D, you think Steam, or you think console or exclusive or whatever, right? I want to say this, all right? Yes, this could be a game. This could be a video game. But is it? I mean, the whole idea of what I do here is very vast, I would say. And 3D is very flexible, if you will. So to say this could be a game or a video game is very possible. But I'll say this, which take it as a hint, or take it as me just putting it out there to trip people up. It may not be a... It may not be the game you're thinking of. At least not yet. Because, you know, there's ways to do certain things. I'm dancing around. I'm dancing around the real, what the game really is, or whatnot. Basically, it could be a video game. It very much could be. But you know me, nothing is ever so simple. Nothing is ever so simple. I'm gonna go ahead and just hide. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just hide these. Q mesh. Oh shit, hon. Can we do fill? Yeah, we can. Cool. I gotta just hide those. But yeah. And I feel like that is something that people are assuming a little bit much on. Which, by the way, I want to preference this too, alright? Like, 3D modeling is very vast in a way. Like, all art is vast, alright? Vast in the way that you can make it, right? Because you see, like, people are making, like, 3D comics now. 3D comics through Blender, through different types of shaders and whatnot. Very cool. You know? It's very possible. It's very... Looks great, honestly. And it makes sense because, like, because in modeling, right, a lot of the shading gets done for you, right? So to try and go down that route for a comic look or a manga feel, you know, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly, I want to say, like, it's ingenious in a way. But who's to say that 3D modeling can't be something else? Another platform. It's killing me. It's killing me not to be able to say like the words that I want to say. Because there's like there's one word, two words probably that could possibly just reveal the entire platform. But yeah. Let's see here. Alright, then this thing will go right here. Close to its face. But yeah. Go ahead and get this hand here, or this arm, and just get that out of the way. Whatever. No traction. Let's go ahead and just move that. Put that. Whatever. Do a stitch. Put that to the end point. Cool. Do that. Alright. But yeah. So let me go ahead and I'm pretty sure let's see here. Be a fun story in a way. So let's go ahead and just take a moment to laugh at my misery. Alright. On. Here. Make sure this is good to go. Hold on. All right. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right. So let's go ahead and take a moment to laugh at my misery. So like, hospital, right? So like, let me tell y'all exactly the rough down of what happened. All right. So basically, my pancreas was inflamed, right? And that's, I mean, I think I've been verbal enough about that, honestly. But basically, what happened was specifically is on Tuesday, or on Tuesday at 11 p.m., I noticed that I was having pain, some pain that wasn't going away, especially at about 4 p.m. the next day on Wednesday. Thought, well, shit, probably have to go to the hospital. Let's go, whatever, right? And I thought it was just maybe some like gallstones or whatever the hell was going on. Basically, I thought I was going there, break it up, go back home, get my stuff, you know. And was it exactly going to work out like that? Basically, so essentially, my pancreas was heavily inflamed. All right. So the average pancreas is supposed to have about 40, according to the doctor, right? The average pancreas, pull up the graph here. The average pancreas has 40, is usually a level of 40, basically. a level of 40. That's how much your pancreas is inflamed right now about, right? When I came in, my pancreas had a burning power level of 2 fucking thousand. That's why I was in the hospital for 5 days. Because we're like, oh, we're like, there's something wrong with you, man. Something's definitely wrong, right? And so what happened was, so if we break this down, right? Let's say this let's say this is my gallbladder and this is my pancreas, right? And this is the tube where everything goes down into the small intestine, right? So what happened was my gallbladder, after eating the Subway sandwich, got filled up with like a bunch of fucking stones and whatnot, right? And a stone got stuck right here. Right where it's supposed to fucking leave, right? It was too big, can't fit through, whatever. And the pancreas, which basically lets go of bile, stomach acid, right? Usually it floods it down to the small intestine, right? Well, with this block here, it couldn't do that, so the bile had no place to go, right? So it stayed in the pancreas, and that's what caused it to burn up at a power level of 2,000. So what was the solution? The solution was to go in with a camera, right, and just knock out that, or break apart that stone that was stuck, right? However, over the course of 3 days or so, I actually passed the stone. I passed the stone, and my levels were down to 300, which was good. You know, I passed the stone, and yeah, I thought it was cool. You know, I'm going down, the pain's subsiding. Cool. You know, because the original plan was to stick a camera down my throat, basically deep through me with a fucking camera, and just break apart or pull that fucking rock out of me, basically. And I'm thankful we didn't have to do that. But then, just wait, there's more. They're like, yo, buddy, this could happen again. If this happens again, your pancreas might literally just cease to fucking exist. Basically. It'll be gone from the universe. Or whatever. I don't know. It's gonna fucking die. Alright? If your pancreas dies, if your pancreas gets fucked up and just doesn't work anymore, you're fucked. Because this is how you fucking... Because this is how you fucking process food, right? So if both of these are gone, you can't process food, motherfucker. You're gonna fucking die. All right? It ain't gonna be fun. And how do we prevent that from happening, right? Well, we wait a couple days for the stones to all disappear. For you to basically we on IV fluids for all these stones to disappear, for your power level on your pancreas to go down to a decent state, right? Down to a manageable level. Before they go in there and just cut off the pancreas. No more pancreas, no more gallstones. And no way to inflame that pancreas. And that's what we decided on. And yeah. So basically, what would usually be the work of the gallbladder to help me digest high fatty foods is now no more. It's like we take the work divided into two. Now the entire work is being worked. Now the entire food that I eat being processed by the gallbladder or by the pancreas, right? Meaning that I can't exactly diet or eat uh, a lot of food, and especially not a lot of like saturated foods, basically saturated in fat foods. So yeah, that's the that's what happened basically. This would have been in like these numbers are the reason why I was in the hospital for 5 days. All right, and we couldn't have the surgery right away because my power level was too high for them. We had to wait for that to go down. Basically, I was too, and then eventually, now that you would think that's all good and it's all good to go, right? You get down to your low pancreas level, and we get your ass in there. We snip your ass up, bandage your ass. You take a day off to recover. Get your ass home, right? Think that would be the solution, but it's not. All right, it ain't that simple. As simple as it sounds, it's not that simple. So day two was supposed to be the day I had that surgery, or day two was the day I was supposed to have that surgery, right? But someone was there before me, so they got the surgery first, right? Whatever. Cool, first come, first serve. I don't give a shit. I'm surviving, it's whatever. Day three was supposed to happen, but the surgery team was spending a little bit more time on the first guy who was there. I thought, okay, cool. We got done with that guy later that night at like 7 p.m., right? And the doctors came in there and says, hey, they legitimately told me, hey, the surgery department, they're exhausted, all right? So we're gonna push this till tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Day 3 comes by, our day 4 rolls around, right? That morning, I'm expecting to go into surgery. Doctors come in and said, hey, someone else came in. And basically, the rough done was this person who came in is in a rougher state than you right now. We're gonna have they're gonna have them go in there instead of you. All right. But okay. And the day happens. They're tired. All right. This guy was a fucking doozy or some shit, right? But they're gonna push your fucking your surgery till tomorrow morning. And I thought, okay, cool, great, all right. So, all right. I'm already like cutting into my fucking stream schedule. I thought, wow, what? How? There's no possible way this could get any worse, right? I was wrong. All right, because yeah, everyone at that point knew me at that hospital. Like Christ. Eventually, of course, I got in. Had the surgery. It was fine. It was microsurgery, so it wasn't as bad as Mortal Kombat, slice the fucking stomach open and just tear out the fucking gallbladder. It wasn't like that. It was basically just snip the cords, basically. But yeah, that is what happened. But yeah, that was that. Also, this other thing too. It's not. It doesn't correlate to what I was in the hospital for, but I feel like it's kind of funny. So like, I think everyone does actually, or most people would. People probably do. I have like a weird back pain sort of deal, right? Or if I sleep on a different bed, my back pain just like flares up, and just unbearable, right? Tell me why at some point, like my pain in my pancreas was almost snuffed out by the pain in my back. All right, like we call it whatever. Like eventually it became a. Just need to upload. Yeah. Just need to upload our brains into the Terminator bodies. Yep. I agree. But yeah. I don't know. Fucking entire experience, I would say we call it a. But I get it, honestly. Alright. Someone comes in there, half alive, probably should work on them before me. I understand, alright. Not saying, oh, I deserve to go in first, I was here first. No. Like, I understand, some cases, it's just like you just can't wait on a patient. And also, if you want to have, if you're going to have surgery, right, you would much rather have someone or a team that is mostly awake than one who is tired from the last patient, right? That's just, that's my preference. Could you imagine they snipped the wrong fucking organ? Just go in there and snip the wrong fucking thing. I'll go ahead and do this, actually. We have to, yeah. I believe, honestly, I was, not for surgery, but I was looking up on ChatGPT right in the middle of the hospital, like, how fucked am I right now? Like, scale of 1 to 10. Typed in my symptoms, typed in everything else, what I've been going through. And just to see, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how screwed am I, without a pancreas. Without a gallbladder, I mean. Yeah. Let me do this thing more quickly. Again, I am silencing my camera because, taking drugs on Twitch is not allowed. Prescribed drugs, by the way. All right, I'm not like doing like coke in the background. All right. All right, just some basically it's just like some Tums and whatnot. All right. Cool. All right. But yeah. I do not trust that. Okay. But yeah. The fuck? Oh, that's that. Whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I was there looking up ChatGPT, telling it, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, right? How fucked am I going to be without a gallbladder? All right, like what's gonna happen here? Like, is it you know? And to be fair, all right, you can live a life without a gallbladder, basically. Like, you could live a decent life without a gallbladder. Well, the thing is, though, all right, don't just a 3D new one. Oh yeah, I could. The only thing that the gallbladder, even so, I mean, shit. like the reason why you would have to get rid of the gallbladder is because of what you were eating in the first place. The reason why you have a gallbladder would be the reason why you have to get rid of it, basically, right? Like not to say that I can't just like go to McDonald's and like buy a fucking uh a cheeseburger and I'll fucking die because I don't have a gallbladder, right? It ain't like that, basically. It ain't like that. Like, if I go to the and I have like some high saturated fat, greasy sandwich, pizza, or whatever, right? It ain't gonna kill me, but we call it because my pancreas is gonna have to work overtime to digest those fats. It's gonna basically give me like really, really, really bad heartburn, which essentially is what it feels like in a way. Like that's you know, and as of right now, I don't think I could do that, right? According to the doctors, right, on a balanced diet, eventually I could go back to eating those foods, and I honestly am considering just not. All right, is not gonna lie. All right, I don't really find all that fast food like worth it. Like, call it a. I mean, basically, I don't give a shit what the hell the pizza is. All right, it's not gonna be good enough to, warrant putting the pancreas through hell. But yeah. Imagine they fucking go and they snip the wrong fucking thing. Let's see. But yeah. Let's see. What the hell am I doing with this thing? Alright, so the body, let's get rid of this thing real quickly. This bottom portion. Keep that, that's the jugular. Alright, so if we're looking at this guy like this, right? And so I'm gonna take a wild guess that this would have to be like so. Because that's the back of the head, so it would be like that. Hmm. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do that. That down. All right. Basically, to make this make sense. All right. So also to make sure that I am giving this thing the full-fledged like detail-oriented look, basically. I don't know. One thing I always like see in like artists or 3D artists, right, is like they'll try and get to the end rather than like work their way to the end, basically. What that means is they'll do whatever the hell they can just to finish the model, basically. That is something that I need to try and avoid. But yeah, let's see here. These are spikes that are going to be very prominent too. Or better yet, you know what? I don't think we even need. Do we? Fuck. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. All right, so let's go and do this quickly. Essentially, we are going to be binding the back of these of this basically. Go ahead and just bridge that. And this while we're here. We're going to pull up our music track. Let's see here. Fuck, let's go for the original. Like Desert Online. OST. There we go. All right. Keep going. But yeah. Also, the damn hospital. Goddamn. So, the IVs they had me on basically, right? So, God, it was one of those situations, right, where like you just I don't know, just a pain in the ass. So what happened was when let me go ahead and just quickly. All right, cool. What happened was they stuck my ass up to a bunch of IVs, right? Whatever. I couldn't eat any food for however long for like 4 fucking days, right? And I understood, you know. The only issue was that this IV machine, right? It would beep whenever the cord was bent ever so slightly, basically, which wasn't fun when you tried to sleep. So I'd be sitting there trying to fucking battle this fucking machine, trying to fucking, you know, get it to not fucking beep, right? If I rolled over accidentally, beep. It would just constantly beep for like every 10 seconds, basically. Until I got to the machine, press silence, press restart, go back to my fucking bed, and try again. I'm like, alright. Now, normally you're supposed to call a fucking nurse in there to fucking fix that shit, you know, but, you know, I waited fucking damn near 2 hours for a nurse to come by to fucking turn that thing off or to, reset the machine when all it was just a few button clicks to, reset the entire machine. I'm like, well, shit, I could fucking do that. I could fucking press restart. It was literally a button on the machine saying restart. I called a nurse to fucking, have the beeping machine, just have them, reset it or whatever the hell. Comes in there, just presses one button and like walks out. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Fucking, I could do that. I didn't mess with it, But I learned how to use the machine quite well, I think. Like, but she came in there, just turned the fucker off, and I'm like, or reset the motherfucker. I'm like, I've been waiting here for 2 fucking hours, and that's all it took. But yeah, there I was, figuring out how to work the machine. But yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was fucking funny. Let's see here. Hmm. Let's see here. But yeah. Let's see. Cool. All right, so God. Which, by the way, all right, I kind of want to say this, and it will kind of, I don't know, for this game. Actually, not. I'm not gonna say it. Whatever. I think it revealed too much about the game, because you know, or at least it would give off some very high expectations that I don't think reasonably you could expect at this point. Hold on. Let's see here. All right. But yeah. Whatever. Never mind. Never mind. All right. But God, it's fucking light too, you know. What's kind of funny is like, they call it I've been trying to like get a better stream setup basically going, and I wish I could show the light, but I'm pretty sure to blind y'all. But basically, what do you call it? I'm in the I mean, before going to the hospital, right? Like, I I ordered a bunch of stuff to improve a lot of stuff here, basically. One of which being lights, right? Because you beforehand, my source of light, my lighting literally came from like this tiny fucking ring light, basically, right? And this was the only thing giving me light in the room, except for the actual like natural lighting. But like, this was what we had basically, right? But now we have a larger ring light. Like that one up there is like 16 inches. This here is like a good four. I mean four, like two. It's about like 3 1/4. Up here, it's about one. I'm curious myself, honestly. Yeah, it's about like maybe like 15 and a half, whatever. Basically, it's a 15 and a half inch ring lights. But yeah, we still have this one in case we need more lights for some reason. But yeah, now this one would like fizzle out basically. The 3 inch light here it would fizzle out, it would dim, it would just flicker or not, and now we have that one. If that one starts flickering, oh, we're gonna be in for some shit because that's fucking bright. That's fucking bright, and you know, it wouldn't be good. All right, so let's go into this quickly. All right. See here. Oh yeah, fuck. So, God, what's that one thing that happened? Hold on. It was kind of. I mean, it's random as hell. All right, because I know we don't cover it, or we don't like really go over it on stream. But like, good God, for y'all who know or don't know, all right, fucking the actor who voiced what was the fucker, what was her name? In Pokemon, Mindy, I think. This is gonna be really sad. Hold on, watch this. Season Pokemon Season 1 characters. Misty, that's what her name was. Forgot entirely. So the actor who voiced Misty and was it Jesse or James? No, it was Jesse, I think. I don't know. Oh, they're both the same voice actor. Fucking. Whoops. Anyway, they died. She died. Sadly. You know. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's old news now, but like, you know. Yeah, as someone who grew up with, who watched Pokemon back then, you know, it was kind of sad to hear, especially in the fucking hospital while I'm like getting fucking surgery, you know? I'm like, god damn, everyone's fucking biting it nowadays. But yeah, person who played Jessie from Pokemon, and that one girl I forgot the name of. Yeah. Oh no. I always find it sad whenever artists, you know, pass away. But I'm pretty sure that in that person's life who voiced those characters, pretty sure, you know, they alone have inspired a lot of people to, you know, do things in spite, not in spite, you know, because of the series that she was a part of, you know. But yeah. I just thought it was something not really interesting to go over, but like something that I kind of want to like address on, you know, like art as a whole, right? It's like, you know, we call it it really makes you, it really makes your future in a way, you know. By that I mean, you know, it shapes who you are. It shapes what kind of journeys you go on. But yeah, let's see here. R.I.P. to that one actor or voice actor. But yeah, let's see here. All right, let's see if I can get this back of the head done here before I actually have to go. Which, by the way, right, fucking the 6:30 p.m. time that I usually put up on my streams, whatnot, like that is like my grace period. No, but like the reason why I get off at 6:30 p.m. like specifically is so I can work on other aspects of the game. I have to get ready to pick up my. All right, thank you for stopping by, Lil Bass. Yeah. Also, that's kind of why I also you know call a stream off at 6:30, right? Because there's a reason, there's a rhyme and reason why I stream the times of where I stream. You know, 3:30 because that's when people are getting off work. That's when people are chilling, most likely, and will wake throughout the day, right? 3:30 is like a ripe time to be awake, I believe. 6:30 is the time where you are either going to be either doing something or you are going off to do something. You know? Like 3:30 or 6:30 is when you go off to either make your dinner, go see a movie, or whatever. Basically, that 3 hour time, that 3 hour time section of where I stream is where and people would potentially see or be able to see my stream. You know, that's just all what it comes down to. But yeah, let's see here. Also, the reason why I quit stream at 3:30 or 6:30 p.m. specifically is because you know there's portions of this game that I work on that I can't stream because it would reveal too much of the game. Basically, there's an entire like other half of this entire fucking game that I can't stream. Unfortunately, I want to. Eventually, I'll be able to stream that portion of the game, but that is only when the theme type genre platform does get revealed, so can't do it now really. I want to, but like, you know, it's one of those deals. Yeah, keep it a secret. Gotta keep it a secret. Alright. Let's go and extrude. Right. Hunchback Mountain over here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and fill this gap up here. See if we can take the 9 minutes we have remaining to do that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking put it to it. But yeah. Let's see here. Cool. Simple as that. All right. And one thing great about making a monster like this is that we could, at the end, we could easily, like, just place these bumps right here that I have right here, and place them around the entire monster, basically. But yeah. Let's see here. Alright. Go ahead and do this. One more extrude. Alright. Alright. That. Do that. Let's go ahead and do this. It's gonna be one interesting ass fucking monster. I don't know. I feel like the less polygons we had to work with, the harsher we're gonna have those dips in the model, right? So like a dip right here, basically, which will add to the bumpiness of the monster itself. But yeah. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright. monster just like so. One thing that I always learned, or I taught myself, one thing that I learned about making character or making monsters specifically is that you always want to give yourself some sort of leverage, like leverage to make other details happen, basically, or details pop, basically. So what I'm gonna do is I need to make something that will encapsulate this right here, basically, almost like a joint, like a self-made joint to pop this thing in, almost like an arm in a way. And this is the perfect. If this is like the shoulder of this guy, this little lump right here. Let me go ahead and just actually just position this basically where it would be. Right there, basically. Be like Ran, fucking slapping people and whatnot across the face with its fucking tentacles. Not tentacles, fucking if it's fucking leeches and whatnot. I guess they technically would be tentacles because they do stick to people. But you know, I mean, stick on this guy. But yeah, or whatever. Tentacles, whatever you want to call them. They're gonna be fucking large, wavy things, sort of like Venom, like that character Venom, basically. But yeah, let's see here. But to do that, we have to go ahead and make the actual limb, or the place where the shoulder is gonna go, basically. All right. All right. All right. And at that, we are all out of time, unfortunately. We did get pretty far with this guy, honestly. I know it doesn't seem like it, but when we break it down, right, and we go ahead and go down to smooth, right, we start to see that monster sort of grow in a way, you know? We're basically making this monster from scratch. I mean, we make all our monsters from scratch, but this one's like more from scratch. It's like from the ground up, basically. But yeah. Let's see here. Thank you everyone who came by. Thank you everyone who follows Vaults in the future. If you'd like to see the VODs for all of these, for how we got to this point in the game, then you can go to 3D Sandwich VODs and the link in the About Me section of this channel, or you can just go to the VODs and the Twitch channel, I guess. I don't know. They don't save there. They save on YouTube, though. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, been fun, and I'll see you guys